Must be a lot of fun up there.
Oh, it's just fantastic.
Down there. Up there? How's it up there? We're
Down there, whatever.
They're south, Richie.
Come on.
Southwest.
You know, I thought I left this when I was interning there on the weekends talking about Snyder's team, and now we have 1 week of it, and we may have 3 years of it because this thing is looking like a colossal mistake with Mike McCarthy moving forward. It is a hot mess, drama, dumpster fire, and Mike McCarthy is 6 games in. It's bad. How are you all viewing it?
I don't know. Do you take? Is there validity? And I mean, how many guys were sort of leaking that the staff is unprepared, and that sort of thing? How many guys really are talking this way?
I would say it's between 1 and 53.
Do we have any idea, or do you have a vibe on what one player it was?
Yeah, like who are the real malcontents on that roster in Dallas?
I mean, would they be veterans or rookies?
I know there's a host of them, but I mean, target a few.
Well, in the first week, Jalen Smith said that they need to dumb down the defense. Right. So he is a prime candidate. You also have Zeke Elliott is getting destroyed. I don't think it was Zeke because he's got his own screw ups to worry about since he can't hang on to the football. Maybe it's some defensive linemen. This defense, y'all, they like to call themselves the hot boys. We're the hot boys. We're cool. Buy our cool merchandise. It's probably, I would guess it was a defensive lineman because all they do is freaking talk and run their mouths nonstop while getting their ass blown up every single week. So I would guess it was the defensive players. I'm hearing it was 3 guys, and it does carry on over to the offensive side as well. So it's a disaster everywhere.
Did you guys talk to Mike McCarthy today or recently?
Yeah.
And
yeah,
what
we
did he
talked to
say?
him 90 minutes ago.
Does he
Sounds
give
like a
you
really fun
anything?
guy.
Yeah, what's he like?
Hey, it's like Rex Ryan dealing with him every week compared to Garrett, who we had for 10 years. So get that robot out of here. Mike McCarthy, I guess the number one thing he brings to the interviews is his breathing.
Well, he is overweight.
He is a big guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa. Hey.
Hey,
maybe he can play offensive line for you guys.
Hey, he's a big fatty. What are you gonna do?
Hey, can we talk about y'all's mess over there? Why are we
Well, hold
just
on.
focusing over here?
Let me just say this, guys, and we're kind of split in the room. All right, 2 of us think that Dallas is going to win. I just think that I know Dalton's a big pile of poo, but you know what? He's got better weapons on the outside than Washington. I challenge you guys to name Washington's 5 receivers they're going to play this week, other than McLaurin. Give me the other 4. Give me one of the other 4.
Art Monk.
Ricky Sanders.
Yes. How did
Gary
you know?
Clark.
There you got it.
Yeah, I can't name anyone besides McLaurin, but I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but we have no offensive line.
Yeah.
I challenge you to name 3. I challenge you to name 2 offensive linemen.
Oh, Irving is your left tackle. Is it Cam Irving?
Oh, good job. Okay.
Still.
See, look at that.
Well, so Zach Martin's not going to play?
Questionable right now. He's got to pass the concussion protocol. But we have no one. We're on the 3rd left tackle. No one to block up front. That's awful. And the strength of your team is supposed to be the defensive line. Is that still the case?
No, they're overrated.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
They couldn't
Well,
sack you.
Well, I don't know about that.
You saw Chase Young being impactful early, and then he was hurt. And the last couple of games, they've been a little more quiet. But they have the potential to be very good. And against that offensive line, I think they could make some noise. EB setting the over-under at 3.5 sacks for the Washington football team.
Well, I
Which
say
way
if they
would you
get
go?
to 4, I think that'd be enough. I think if they can get to
Enough for what? To win?
For a
to
win?
steal a dub. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
Listen,
think
I think
that's
it's a 50-50 game. I think it's 50. Go either way.
It's a 1-point spread. I mean, that's
Right.
embarrassing enough that they're favored by 1 over Washington.
Right.
And we're trying to decide if we want the Cowboys to actually win. We have a very large team tank contingency at this radio station,
I hate
guys.
that.
Why?
I hate the tanking crowd.
I'm
It's so
pro-tank.
annoying.
Is that a loser's mentality?
Yeah, it's such a
divided
loser's.
here.
And like 6
Oh
weeks
my
in, let's
gosh.
just start quitting. Oh my God, I hate.
Well,
that.
it's not. No. See, I hate that, but I hate takes like that. Sports executives, they're the ones who are supposed to not understand it. We don't want them to go and throw the ball out of bounds or roll the ball down the field like a bowling alley. We want them to go out there, try hard, but lose. Like that was a great game for the Giants last night. I got these meatball Giants fans on my text thread. Oh my God, when are we ever gonna? Shut the hell up. Get a high pick. Keep drafting your Saquons or your Daniel Jones, and that's what Washington needs to do as
let's
well.
be
Keep
honest,
building.
It is entertaining to see Daniel Jones stumble over his own 2 feet
It is.
at the 15-yard line. It's great theater.
You guys need to
Well-
embrace the inner quitter in all of us because we all have it.
Yeah.
And the quicker you learn to just give up and have no hope, which
Yeah.
is
It
hopelessness
takes care
is
of
way better than
itself.
hope. It
It
takes
takes-
care of itself.
It takes
Yes.
no, but hold on. It takes care of itself. We lose anyway. So
Yeah.
just try to
But-
win and then draft better.
But do you all have hope? Sports Junkies 105 through the fan combining for crosstalk here to preview Sunday. Do you guys have renewed hope now with Ron Rivera?
No,
Not really.
he's actually been a
Not lot.
disaster so far.
It's
I
too-
would say he and
it's
McCarthy
too-
have been about the same.
But
Yeah.
Sean, it's too early. It's too early, man. He's got a backup
Yeah.
quarterback. He's got no talent on the roster outside of about 5 guys.
Right. It's a huge rebuild. I mean, he
you know,
had
he's-
to know that coming in.
I mean, you guys going through chemo. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's way too early to really judge a guy after 6 games.
Chop,
so-
would you trade McCarthy for Rivera in a heartbeat? A
No, I
cocaine
wouldn't.
No.
heartbeat?
they're
I'd
about
trade
the
them both.
same.
I think they're two duds.
Yeah. Not
Ooh.
huge fans of
Two
either.
duds. Yeah.
I'd
But-
trade them both for Matt Rule.
Matt
Oh,
Rule's
in
legit.
a
Matt
heartbeat.
Rule's- Yeah,
In a
we did that
heartbeat.
bit. Yeah, like who would you rather hire if you had to do it over right now? Matt Rule is
What's
top
go-
of the list.
What's going on with Haskins? Is this over? Is it done?
It's over,
I
Johnny.
think it's
Done.
over here. It's hard because he hasn't had a flag waiver, right? So Jay didn't want him. Nobody on the staff wanted him. Even the scouting department didn't want him.
Hey,
Dan
you guys
wanted
can
him.
have him. He cheap in a trade. Trade
No.
deadline's coming up in like
No.
2+
Okay.
weeks. You guys can have him.
But and then,
6
of
round
course,
pick.
then Ron
But-
inherited him, and Ron didn't
Yeah.
really want him, but he tried. And then he said, I hate to say it, but he's kind of like a bad body language guy. And
Yeah.
apparently he's like, one of these guys. He's not the first one there. He's not the last one to leave. And I know that's annoying, but that's kind of how quarterbacks have to be. And he just didn't really embrace that. Apparently he did until he won the gig. And then when he won the gig, he went back to his old ways.
Right. He started to chill.
Yeah.
What are your
So-
guys' assessments of Kyle Allen? We're again split in the room here on Kyle Allen and how good he can be, what his ceiling is. What do you guys see in Kyle Allen?
I will be perfectly honest. We have never assessed Kyle Allen.
I can understand why.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. For you guys to continue to get ratings like this, it's really it is a miracle. Props to you guys. I know it's not your boss CK doing anything to help it, but you guys have to be carrying this because when did the fatigue hit? Like, did they suck? I was a Washington fan. growing up 'cause I
2003?
grew up- Yeah, I was about to say, how do you
man.
have the
You laughed
energy
out.
for this? I'm worn out after 2 weeks of this mess, but you guys have been. It just never ends.
We're going
Never
on
stops.
We're going on year 25, and they've been to
Yep.
the playoffs, I believe, 6 times in those 25 years,
And
Yeah.
how many
and
wins?
and they've never been legit. Like they've snuck into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's-
think
it's
we
bad.
may have 2 better appearances than that over 25 years.
That's the
it.
sad thing. Like everyone thinks, Washington. I can't even call them the Redskins. The football team. Everyone thinks football team is a disaster. We've barely made the playoffs more than that. That's the
Yeah.
pathetic thing.
How's do you
Would you
guys
get-
do you guys interview Jerry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's
Absolutely.
Jerry handling this? He's got to be melting down.
He's super
Dude.
positive about it. He loves everything that's going on.
He's nauseatingly naive and positive. You know, you got to come on here and sell it still, but like him and his son come on here 4 times. I'm probably going to get in a lot of trouble for this, but they come on here four times during the course of the week. And we just want a little bit of reality, of like a little bit of anger, but they just keep coming on.
don't
No,
give it to you?
No, man, we got to execute better. We got the
Right.
players here. We don't need any outside help. It's us. We're shooting our now. Look, they have a crazy amount of turnovers, right? That's something you guys know as gamblers because I know you guys are degenerates like my co-host.
You're
You know,
correct on
that's not something that's a consistent that you count on. So the turnovers have been fluky. They just have happened every daggone week. That's the way they look at it. We're costing ourselves. We are getting a new system. We're getting acclimated to it. It's not 25 years of the same thing, and the Jones boys need to step aside and have someone else run it. They sound delusional in our interviews. I know part of it is selling it, but it's maddening.
Well, at least you actually talked to the owner
Yeah.
4 times in a week. 4
We've
times
never
in a
talked to
week.
Dan Snyder.
We've
not
never
once.
said one word.
25 years we haven't had one word.
Pretzel boy. We call him Pretzel boy.
With him. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, Pretzel Boy. Well, is he going to keep the team? I thought you all be most excited about the Washington football team topic, the name, and is Snyder finally? Did you get hope that he was finally going to lose the team?
Never. Never.
we-
I mean,
it's not realistic.
Yeah. He'd have to do something horrific.
I mean,
Why
if that
would you give
happened,
up
there
on
would be a.
money?
He
there'd be a-
hasn't done horrific things yet.
Of course
Well,
he
he
has.
get away with he get away with it.
But why would you give up a money printing machine like an NFL franchise?
Well,
even
would
as
they-
No, I
poorly
was thinking
run
he-
as,
Yeah,
as
they
this
would
one
force him
is.
to.
I was thinking they might force him out,
Well, that'd be
Sterling style.
we
well,
throw a
there'd be
parade.
Yeah,
It's
there'd
just
be
rare.
A
Oh, there'd be
huge
a
parade
parade
in
of
DC.
thousands of
Championship
people.
parade. No, million. It'd be a
Yeah,
million
right on
people.
Constitution Avenue.
Yeah.
Would you trade Snyder for Jerry?
Yes.
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 Oh, yeah.
Oh,
In-
yeah.
In a millisecond.
Oh,
And
yeah.
And we know
throw
Jerry
in
stinks too.
we throw in multiple first-round picks too.
Stop it. We'll take it. How long will you keep football team?
They say it's going to probably last through next season.
Is it? Are
Do
you
you all
doing
like it?
HTTFB? Is that what your new hashtag
It's
is?
stupid. It's so dumb.
It's mediocre at best.
But you know what? The jerseys are. I mean, they kind of maintained it. The jersey and the helmets, people like it, so it could stick around longer.
You know
than
what's worse
think.
than the actual name?
Yeah.
The team,
The problem.
the
On
players,
the field.
right? The offense. That's what's worse than the team.
The problem is that
Team
the
name.
season always falls apart around this time. Around week 5 or 6, it's over. People start talking about tanking, and it's just brutal.
We're Googling 2021 mock drafts already. That's happening.
Wow,
it's already happening.
My goodness. Yeah. Who's the meltdown guy on the morning show? Which one of you guys come in and just lose it on a
Oh,
Monday?
Bickle, of course.
Well, I'm the only actually Washington fan. These other guys don't care. You know, like Lurch likes the Niners.
Sean, are you a Skins fan or a Cowboy fan now?
Well, Skins don't
Cowboy
exist
fan
there,
now.
Chief.
Well, you
They
know them.
suck. They sucked the life out of me. They really did. Rooting for that team. I went to school at American. I was all in love with the fantasy rosters with Bruce Smith and Deion Sanders and all that crap. And then Joe Gibbs, that return sucked the life out of me. And then coming here, I was like, I root for the ratings and my wallet, so I went with
Right.
the Cowboys.
That's what we
Right.
do.
Yep.
People don't understand that. We still get calls
don't.
that say, "You junkies love to rip the home team. You guys just love
Yeah.
it. You've been feasting on it." I'm like,
Are you
"No,
kidding?
we'd
It's
like to
awful."
ride the wave."
Yeah, when they win.
My power
Yeah.
My power is literally off in my house right now because the Cowboys don't win. Like, I'm sitting in a dark room on our Zoom broadcast. Every year you want all your local teams to go undefeated and win the title so we
course.
can all live like kings, right?
Right.
Yeah.
They don't understand.
Well, it's
No,
not
but
gonna
like you
happen
said
here.
earlier, it's a freaking miracle. We're still doing what we're doing.
It is.
After all these
It is
years,
a
as
miracle.
poorly as the football team
Well,
is.
luckily we
performed.
have the Nats and the Caps.
Although
It's
not,
not going to happen with
there you
Washington.
go.
although not this year.
And don't
And
forget
we
the
have
Wizards.
the Rangers and Luca and the Spurs.
All right, boys.
Who wins Sunday? Give us your picks
It's
real
a
quick.
split. I mean, this is JP. I think that the Washington team wins. You guys can't stop anybody. The Giants put up 34 against you. I think Washington's going to find a way to get the dub.
50-50. I just think it's 50-50. I don't know.
Dallas
wins because
It's a hot
I
take.
think my next door neighbor is playing receiver.
Hot take. Your next door neighbor. All right, boys. It's
All
great
right.
to catch back up with you. Enjoy it, survive, and let's try to go ahead and meet up again to share more misery.